We are now live on YouTube as well as Twitter, so bear with me. I'm doing my best to get this all worked out as fast as I can. Let's bring up Facebook, if it will. I don't want to bore anybody, but it's just been crazy. Some of the stuff going on social media, people don't even realize what they've seen today. They just don't get it. And it's a crying shame too. Because I'm gonna tell you something. They witnessed a piece of history today. I'm not going to share the video and stuff. Y'all can find that on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and all that. Everybody was so hung up on the fact that Elon Musk launched a Tesla into outer space that they missed the real cool part of the whole launch. How many of y'all remember back when, right up until today, today's the 1st, normally you'd launch a rocket into outer space. It's 3 pieces. It's the main rocket engine, and then it's got 2 auxiliary engines, 1 on each side. It goes up. The engines break away. They fall back to Earth. And if we're lucky, we get to fish them out of the ocean or wherever, and hopefully they get to be reused again. Most of the time they get destroyed. That's not what happened today. The most amazing part of the launch today was, in fact, well, first off, if you watched the launch, you've seen the successful launch of the most powerful rocket ever, times 2. It's literally twice as powerful as the most powerful rocket ever launched by mankind. And it was a successful launch. Second, if you were paying attention, do you remember the engines that broke off and fell away back to Earth? If you're paying attention, they didn't just crash and burn in the desert or the ocean or whatever. They actually made a controlled landing on a landing pad, a designated landing pad. I don't think you realize how cool that actually is. And people sitting there on Facebook and Twitter, other social media sites, just that Elon Musk launched a Tesla into space or whatever. Here's the thing that you forget. A lot of the technology that we have today is actually, in fact, thanks to programs like NASA. Technology that has benefited the sick, the hungry, the poor. So before you go hating on Elon Musk for chasing a dream, you stop and think that everything that he learns will trickle down to us. It will hopefully benefit us in society somewhere along the way. And I don't mean just better cell phones and better laptops or better handhelds. Although we got all of those things thanks to the space program. Without the space program, you probably wouldn't have the cell phone or the smartphone as you know it today. You wouldn't have the computers as you know them today. You wouldn't have a lot of things that you take for granted today. The reality is that all, in fact, was brought about by the space program. Don't take my word for it. Go Google it. Go look it up. We live in an amazing time. I'm hoping that I live long enough to see mankind actually make it to Mars. I realize that here on good old planet Earth, we have a lot of problems. And there's a lot of things going on today that really need to be taken care of. You know, people dying of cancer, which these right here contribute to. And yes, I still smoke. The odds of you quitting heroin are better than of me quitting these cigarettes. Go look that up. I don't know. Let me pull up my Facebook page because I've got YouTube pulled up. I've got Periscope pulled. I don't have Twitter pulled up. We've got a whole other conversation going on over at Twitter tonight. We just won't even get into that on this video. But I will go check it right quick. No, people being tip bags. I can't believe it. That's a whole different conversation. I'm going to try to concentrate on the positive things going on in our world today because there's plenty of bad. And the press is more than willing to give that to you by the truckload. Let's run over to my Facebook page. I probably should have pulled the video up, but it's available anywhere on live. You know, you can go find it on Facebook, you can find it on YouTube, you can find it on Twitter. And in the scheme of things, you know, if you're not paying attention and you're not thinking about it, it's no big deal other than that there was a Tesla launched into space. Now that, you know, if I had been in charge, I probably would not have either I would not have put the Tesla in there, or I would have went ahead, you know, because they had a mannequin in a spacesuit sitting in the driver's seat holding onto the steering wheel of this Tesla. I believe I'd have went ahead and motorized the arm to where while he was holding on the steering wheel, once it was into space, he'd have went, or something cool. I'd have motorized it. You know, if I was going to insist on the car being in the launch, then I would have I'd have went the extra mile. Why not? That's just me. But on the other hand, I probably would not have had the Tesla even in the launch, other than because it drew away from the focus of what people really saw. They didn't. You'd be surprised how many people don't comprehend the fact that they just won. It was a successful launch by a private company into outer space. Actual outer space. 2, it was a successful launch of the most powerful rocket engine ever launched by mankind, period, bar none, times 2. 3, part of the engines, or 2 of the engines, made a controlled landing on a designated landing pad successfully. If you haven't seen the video, you need to go check it out, because they break away, they fall back to earth, and as they come down to land, the legs fold out, and they land. The engines fire up, the whole 9 yards. It's cooler than shit. You just people don't even have an idea what they just seen, because they obviously forgotten what it's been like right up until today. When a rocket launches, they launch. The auxiliary engines, they fall off, they crash in the ocean, we go fish them out, or they crash in the desert or wherever, and they get destroyed, and we don't get to use them again. That's how it's been up until today. Stop and think about that. Some people are hating on Elon Musk because they feel that he should have spent that money taking care of the problems here. And part of me gets that. I do, you know. We do have people that are hungry, and we do have people that are sick. You know, my wife's had 14 strokes. It'd be nice for me to have health care. It really would. But you know what? I am not going to hate on that man for chasing his dream when I encourage each and every one of you to chase yours every day. I'm not going to do it. Because I'm not even gonna get into the personal side of it. I'm just gonna, because right off the bat I realize that if he keeps at this, I can see where the benefits to mankind will come back to us. And it'll be a whole lot faster than when the government was in control, I can assure you. Stop and think about that a minute, people. I'm not really paying attention so here, so I don't know if there's anybody. Probably nobody, because I'm talking about something boring and voicing an opinion, and I'm just going to close the Periscope because it never works right half the time anyway, and it's streaming to Twitter. That's all that's for. So if you want to join the conversation, you can join in over on Facebook or Twitter. I do have YouTube pulled up, but nobody's going to comment on this. They probably won't see it until tomorrow, next week, whenever. By that time, it'll be off the air, and there won't be no sense me worrying about it. The radio station is still up and running, by the way. It's on the computer back over here behind us, and it's up and going. I do have a new interface and mixer just for the live streams and the radio station coming in. Thanks to Tascam, it will be here sometime tomorrow, and I'll get that up and going, and we'll see how that works out. And I'm drinking a beer, courtesy of Cody Gunn from Nightmare Canvas. Thank you, brother. Your album's coming along wonderfully. I can't wait till it's been out in distribution so I can share that, promote that with everybody. It's like, oh my God, amazing. You can hear 2 tracks over on the radio station. I think they're in a couple of different time slots. I think they're also in the 10 p.m. time slot. I'll have to go back and check. I'm not actually doing a live commentary on the radio stream tonight. It's doing it's automated right this minute. If you're not familiar with PRT, this is PRT Studio, which is what's actually running on that other computer over there. Let me go ahead and bring this up a little bit here. It's loaded with a lot of features, and I have an automation deck that's running over on the actual radio PC. I'm not going to go live with this because I don't want to mess that up, but I just want you to get an idea of what I use, and you can get this at PRT. It's ProRadioTools.com. The same people that do Pro Radio Tools also do the Ghost Hunter apps, and you can find that at GhostHunterApps.com. Go check it out. They make some really cool software. It's really affordable. I do not have the chat plugins loaded up, so I'm not going to worry about that. I just want y'all to stop and think about what actually went on in the SpaceX launch today. Instead of being so petty and small-minded that you're trying to tear the guy down for what he did, seriously think about what he actually accomplished, and think about how things have been before, and you'll be able to put more into perspective the scope of what he accomplished today. That's all this is about. This is about Tally here at Red Barn Productions, and y'all have an awesome evening. I am tongue-tied because I had a couple beers and I have not ate yet. So we're going to get off here, and y'all have a good night.